folks, it's Sam Pruitt. I'm back here in the Permian Basin at J&L Laboratories, and back with me is Eric Trevino. He's the lab director of J&L Laboratories. And he's going to talk to us about an extended Millipore analysis. But before we talk about the extended portion of the Millipore analysis, Eric is going to tell us about just a standard Millipore analysis, how we do the procedure, and what it tells us, and why do we care.
Millipores are useful for SWD operators. It's kind of a health check on seeing what kind of fluids they're injecting downhole. So what we'll do is, after the customer samples the Millipore out in the field, it's a 0.45 micron filter. It's going to be capturing residue. So these are suspended solids that are being captured and filtered out on their way downhole. So we're able to quantitate these, the percent hydrocarbons. We'll do a xylene step, so we have hot xylene, we'll pour it through, we'll dry it and weigh it, and that'll give us a percent composition of hydrocarbons. The next step we do is an acetic acid step. We'll dry it and weigh it. That's going to take care of your carbonates, your calcium carbonates, your magnesium carbonates, it'll take care of those. Then the next step is going to be a 15% hydrochloric acid, so dry and weigh. That's going to take care of your iron oxides, your iron sulfides. So inside our system here, we have a 3-position manifold. We can run up to 6 if we use our second manifold, but 3 is sufficient for us here. And we do keep our solutions heated in a bead bath, so they're always warm, always ready to use. After all the different soaks takes place, we are drying them inside our oven.
So Eric, tell us about the drying, weighing process. How does all that work? What are we looking at here?
So we're running solutions through the millipores, and that's solubilizing the components that are soluble in whatever solution we're pouring through. So then we need to be able to dry it to get the residual solutions off. To help with that process, we're going to put it in our oven here. We'll dry it off for a certain amount of time. And the NACE requirement for when the Millipore is coming to room temperature is that it does so under desiccation. So this is a desiccator where less than 10% relative humidity. We'll put it in here as it's coming to room temperature, and then we're going to proceed over to our analytical balance to do our measurement.
So Eric, tell us a little bit about what kind of information we get from a Millipore analysis, and what does it tell the customer?
So the customer is going to be able to see their percent hydrocarbons, their percent carbonates, their percent iron compounds, and their acid insolubles. So those 4 components are going to be key to understanding what types of fluids they're injecting downhole. The percent hydrocarbons, there's a misconception that it correlates to oil carryovers, and that's not the case. Whenever you're looking at millipores, capturing solids, they're capturing suspended solids. Oil is not technically a suspended solid, it's a liquid. So a lot of the oil is going to pass through the millipore. There will be some that's absorbed onto the millipore and it does not make it through. Those components, along with any suspended paraffin, are going to be removed by the xylene step. But typically, your oil carryovers are going to be higher than what you see your percent hydrocarbons on your Millipore filter.
Oh, okay. See, that makes sense.
Yeah. Here at J&L, after we give you those 4 components, you get your percent hydrocarbons, percent carbonates, percent iron compounds, and percent acid insolubles. If the customer wants to know what the acid insolubles are, we can't help them out.
Really?
Just kidding. XRF.
All right, well, I'm going to go learn about the XRF scan. It will tell us the components.
Yeah, go see Hector. He'll help you out.
Okay. All right, here we go. Here we go. Now, is this an instrument that I'm allowed to touch, or is this another thing I'm not supposed to touch?
No, this is the only thing you can touch. Okay. So just press this button.
Can I do that now? Never mind.
Yeah, you know, I would be okay with that, but liability issues.
I understand.
Yeah.
You have a waiver? Well, never mind. Back with me is Eric Trevino. He's the lab director of J&L Laboratories. And he's going to talk to us about an extended Millipore analysis. But before we talk about It's a pretty fancy looking table. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so this is a balance table that Mettler Toledo makes, and it's about 300 pounds. It's 2 pieces, so this part of the table is going to be independent of the actual balance. So millipores are useful for SWD
Start over. I
operators.
kicked the camera.
Dang, I just lost it. Should we take wonder? Okay, cut.
Let's turn the light on.
Yeah, the light does need to be on.